Hi, hello folks. Well, this is Miguel from Embargo Man. Well, I know it's Father's Day. The other day, I talked to my dad, and one thing, and certainly, I want to tell you what's on my bucket list. This is my bucket list because before I could tell you this, there's always have been, for a very long time, I have been I'm trying hard as I can to do some YouTube videos, right? And I have tried everything under the sun. Put in that way, there's some things that I haven't practiced. All right? So, seeing some videos and all that stuff, there's people changing their lives and whatever. And, after all, what I wanted to do to list things, I don't have a list or whatever, I have it in my mind. Put it on my bucket list of things that I want to do. Why do I want to do a bucket list of things? There's one thing. It is my number one thing on my bucket list is this YouTube channel. I want to get as 1,000 subscribers. Yes, 1,000 subscribers to monetize. And yes, if I have monetized, that means I'll do anything to have monetized, right? That's the number one thing on my bucket list. Number two on my bucket list is, well, finally, number two on my bucket list is getting a house, right? With my YouTube money. Yeah, that's one thing. Living in peace, and maybe what else? That's number two. Number three. Well, number three, that has to be something. I mean, 3 or 4 or whatever it is. Okay, so number three is I want to go back to tango dancing. All right, so that is one thing I want to do. I haven't practiced this for 5 years, and I seen, oh well, and I have to have some moves, but I wanted to do with the dancing competitions or anything like that. But I wanted to do it, and my partner. Number three, it goes to the number 4 list on my bucket list, to put it that way. I would say that partner would be number 4, or I don't know which one comes first, number 3 or number 4 on my bucket list. But yes, I want to do that. And if I want to do that, I don't know, I have danced with my friend. It was for a while, Viviana Rivera, and I see those videos. And then I think Jenna said she's an aunt. That's the, I know somebody's gonna be related to. All right, so yes, I want to go back to tango lessons, and most likely, I know there is one thing in there I do want. I'll always visit my father in Colombia. I don't know if it put salsa in the mix or something like that, but yeah, I want to have a specific woman in my mind. You know her, you've seen her, and most likely, if that would be part of my list, because I don't have a girlfriend at the moment. I don't have a girlfriend, but yeah, but finding that special someone in my heart that I have gratitude. I always admire one YouTuber that She doesn't sing. She only says reviews, and she is now loving these little monster trends, those cute little monster trends, all right? I mean, she been to the country that I wanted to go before I mentioned that country. But yes, I mean, I have seen videos of her, and I really want her to get into this project and sometimes visit. I mean, oh, I know the name of the woman, IJ, or Justine Azaric. Yes, her. And then if I'm not hoping to do this, is that I don't want to be somebody who is single before I go either further with this. I wanted to meet her. I wanted to see the trips that she goes to, and I mean, so much of the videos I've seen that she went to Bali and all that stuff, and did a 300-page bill to reduce bill. I'm writing something fictional, some fictional character, for my story that I'm gonna put it if I make the video in English. And I hope this thing, it's real, because I always believe that there's a God, and there is a God. Yes, there is a God. And I noticed that I was praying for this woman, praying for her to, when I see her, when she was ill in the blood clot. Hey, Justine, I prayed for you. Remember, if you notice it, when you had the blood clot, sometimes it was my prayers that I said. I said my prayers, and then I did that. I even prayed the rosary to erase the blood clot that he used to have, right? Well, yes, I wanna get into the tango competition and all that, because there's a teacher named Alvaro, and I have these these clips to send to her sister, that I dance with Viviana Rivera. That's a friend. No, nothing of that. There's somebody say, okay, if you want to find a girlfriend, go. And I heard things. I am. My parents are from Colombia, right? If I want to find a girlfriend in Colombia, I think it would happen, but it's not gonna be somebody from Colombia. And if that thing clash with my teacher and the partner that I want to find, is gonna be okay. I went to Colombia and find somebody from Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's a little town in a few miles from Bogota, Fusagasugá. A woman behind the mountains, woman behind the hills. Yes, I would love to see that. And the first time, practice how to reshape my tango lessons, and with her, wow, it would be so nice that I would be able at least find somebody, that I actually go on a date, or actually go out and see my ass in WWDC's on embargo, man, and stuff. Why I'm in Cupertino, but because that's is when I get to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I want to show, okay, look who I'm hanging out with. And then that'll be me. That'll be me and all that stuff. I want that. I want that. I want to get settled with my tango lessons, meet Justina Zarek in Colombia, and probably whatnot. We might be going to Buenos Aires or compete at AGT. That's the first thing. AGT, yeah, compete with AGT is the first thing in practicing or exercising my tango dancing lessons. And then what's going on? Oh, IJ is in Colombia or something. There's like, in Argentina or something. Like, oh look, there's a Apple store in There's an Apple store in Buenos Aires, and I'm competing in that. That, boom, that's the number three thing on my bucket list. Reshaping my tango lessons, and meet Justina Zarek in Colombia, and then and then compete at AGT, and then I see that, and probably see that possibility of IJ in that Apple store in Buenos Aires. Yeah, that'll be cool. Number 4, I have to admit it. It just, number 4 comes before number 3. It would be one thing. I wanted to get to this martial arts thing. I don't know why, but I have never admitted, and I have never thought of that idea of competing maybe in Miami or something. And this is the first thing I might do before finding out with. But either way, when one thing goes to another, is to try a martial art. I tried Krav Maga for a while, right? A trial for Krav Maga. I was a little kid. I tried a little bit of Taekwondo. Now, I want to try Jiu-Jitsu. That's another thing on my bucket list. I want to try Jiu-Jitsu. Why? Because I wanted to do something to follow my heart, win the first champion or whatever, and then when I win, I just put the heart like this. That's it. That means heart. And probably M and J, right? So, I want to try that and try to win in the competition. All right, so let's see about that. If I want to try, I just want to try it to see if I could make it. See if I could win. Win. Oh yeah, Miguel from Embargo Man. Now he kicks ass. Yes, you're gonna see me kicking ass. Like, this is not like something to say Miguel. This means Michael, like Michael the Archangel, to have like the courage, courage to face getting into something that I might probably get my ass kicked. Yeah, literally get my ass kicked, offer love. That is something. Number 5 on my bucket list, there's a place I wanted to go. There's a place I wanted to go badly. I wanted to go to Japan. Even though I've been learning Japanese with Duolingo, she was there. Justine was there. And yeah, I wanted to go to Japan. I don't know why, but I always dream, is the main thing on my bucket list, go to Japan. I want to go visit Japan. Right? I was, back then, I used to have a dream about having a Japanese girlfriend, talking about, until I read the An Analog Memoir, one of my previous YouTube videos that I bought, Justine's book, and this is where it opened my heart. That book made me, this girl, keep in the heart of this man somebody and keep inside my heart. I already mentioned who it is, right? So that what it is. Maybe if she dressed up like a geisha or something like that. I mean, I wanted to go to Japan, right? So that's it. That's number 5 on my list. Number 6, nah, man. If that would be on my bucket list, and whatever it is, getting married. Yes, I wanted to get married. And this is kind of this situation of why people or some people or decided to stay single. I know this is harsh why I say I want to get married, because after a very successful Embargo Man YouTube channel, why I want to get married is to have the kids. I don't know what the wedding is going to be. You know, the priest, everything like that, you know, having the same faith, all right? So that has to be something. That has to be on this YouTube channel, or who's going to be my future wife's YouTube channel. And yeah, I mean, it would be great for me getting married. Yeah. Maybe I would have a dog that reminds me of Gypsy. Yes, a dog that reminds me of Gypsy, all right? But it's gonna be a boy. I had a poodle named Gypsy. But this time it's gonna be a boy. Instead of Gypsy, it would be Matt. Hey Matt. Hey Matt. That's the dog I'm gonna end up with on the day that the number 6 on my bucket list is getting married. Right? Number 7 on my bucket list is becoming a dad. Yes, it's Father's Day, and this video is taking on the official day of Father's Day. I wanted to become a dad. Why? Because I want to have children of my own. And then how would that be? Oh, look at this. How I'm gonna freaking name my kids? Oh, name it. Oh, right. I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know if I would name a girl. If I had a girl named Michelle, it would be very funny, you know. Like if Michelle grows up and then the mommy said, "Look, Michelle, Grandma's in heaven." Maternal grandma in heaven. Yes, grandma's in heaven. All right, I'm gonna tell you. You know what? You know your grandmother that is in heaven. Part of your mother is in heaven. And then yeah, Claude. My sister's name is Claudia. If it's a boy. Then if I have a third, it would be, I don't know if I name him Mario or Justin. Oh, what if I call my boy Justin? That'll be funny. That'll be funny in some ways if I name my kid Justin. You know Justin? You know that your mother has the same name as you, but her ends with an E. All right, Justin Alarcon. That would be fun. That would be so funny as hell. Oh, is it Justin Alarcon or Justine Alarcon? Who's who is who. All right, so yeah, I wanted to be a dad. That's what it is. That's number 7 on my list. Number 8. I don't want to do all this showing myself in these, CES and all these, in Vegas, and presenting myself with my wife and selling, this is CES, and then this is where all the toys that you're gonna go, and probably, yes, this is when I get to my married life, and then after that, after all this stuff, yeah, Cupertino. You're gonna say, "Oh, are you?" Say hello, man. I'm like, I always wish of something with Apple Watches, and I wear a Mickey Mouse. I'm a regular made by Invicta, but an Apple Watch with Looney Tunes. And then if I wish that Apple would partner with Warner Brothers and Looney Tunes, and then I see Porky Pig face in there, and then all set up with all the 9 yards in my life. It says Porky Pig face, WDC in Cupertino. And you know what? I'm gonna be in this right there in the center. Yes, I'm Miguel from Embargo Man. I will tell you about this. I like Bugs Bunny, but this is my wife's favorite character. This is Porky Pig, and she loves that animal. And then like I show off the Porky Pig face and all that stuff. I'm just saying about that Porky Pig. Yeah, that's the number 8. Right. Number 9. Get to travel the world. I mean, I want to just travel the world and stuff. Yeah, travel the world, and that's one thing I wanted to do. Like that's 9 things out of my bucket list. Yeah, travel to Europe, travel to, or probably going to go back to Japan again, or what it is. And number 10, I don't know about number 10, but number 10, I just wanted to say about not just traveling the world, but number 10, I wanted like somebody to get me on the wheel and get to drive a bit, having hands on that sports car or whatever it is, get to practice that. I haven't done that since I drove. Somebody taught me in a Buick LeSabre. That is what I wanted. But out of all these things that I have on my bucket list, what I don't want to do is I don't want to compromise my things in my life. If I want to be my Embargo Man successful, having gold, having all these awards for my YouTube channel, is to being successful, all the money in the world, and lonely. I don't want to be lonely. Why? Because I don't want to be lonely in my life, because that is what other people. I don't want to feel a little bit sad in there, because I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be having 1,000 subscribers, earning YouTube money. I don't mind about the damn money. Money comes and goes. All I wanted to do is that I don't want to be by myself. Probably end up, I don't know. I end up going, yeah, by myself, end up going to, I don't know if I have to have a chance with somebody else. If somebody took the girl I admire and going with somebody else, maybe maybe I might not be neither in the USA or Japan. Maybe I live in Europe with a pretty tall and young Dutch girl. If I have that choice, but there's one thing that I don't want to admit and I don't want to do. Even though I love to have a family, I love to have a child, I love to be a father, what I don't want to be is a priest. And why I don't want to be a priest, right? Because even though I might be in Japan, I might have to study not just Japanese, but study everything, the Bible and all that stuff or whatever. Not like a Mike Schmidt that he decided to break up with his girlfriend and become a priest. Not me having no girlfriend and become a priest because I have no chance, right? Why? Because I am a man, a human being. But there's only one flaw I have done. They have pulled me out of forklifts, forklifts in my head, and I have a little bit of LD in my lifetime. I haven't been to a regular high school. I have never been there. And all I wanted to do is to have a family of my own. I want a family of my own. Why? Because my dad is going to be gone. My mom is going to be gone. And just living in a faraway country, if I decided to go do my career going in a faraway country where you have to have become celibate. Yes, very celibate. Being a priest in the Catholic Church is being celibate. You have no desire to be with a woman. I don't want a sexless life at all. Living in a country where this is the normal. And this is where the norm is, right? I don't want that in my life. I don't want that in my life. Nah, no way. Hell no. Well, that's what I don't want. Somebody that I admired, that I prayed for like to cure the blood clot and everything, see it with some other dude. And me, in the worst case scenario, if there's no hope for me, wearing black, and then talking Japanese, and then going to all the way in the small areas where homeless people live, and then going to the fish market, paying my last damn dollar. Yes, my last damn dollar, or yen, put it that way, at the world's biggest fish market, just to have a recipe. Let's make seafood stew. Let's see these people, and I need to feed these homeless people. I don't want to. I love doing that, but besides doing that, I don't want to be a person with no children, with no wife. Alone. Yes, alone. That's the life I don't want to be. Wifeless, no children, But at the end, I help people along the way. That is not the damn life. That is not the life I want. The life I wanted is to be with the person, even though she wrote a book that has kept me inside my heart since the day I got it, since the day somebody gave me an Amazon card for a gift, for a birthday gift, is where I hand out and says, "Oh my God," like where I filled my heart. I left the lust away and I filled my heart. Why? Because I wanted that life to be. That same person is that I wanted to dance tango with, right? I wanted to go to competitions. I wanted to see that if I dare to have a girlfriend, see it, okay, I'm with my girlfriend is showing off at a at an Apple store in Buenos Aires or something. All right, so and 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 then compete and then this and that, married, children. Yes, I want to be a dad. And my Embargo Man YouTube channel would be expanding to more places that you cannot imagine. Why the hell is Miguel at CES in Las Vegas? Why the hell is, or why in the world is Miguel in WDC in Cupertino telling about if Apple were to team up with Warner Brothers and Looney Tunes, and myself talking to one of the Apple guys says, you know what, my wife loves Porky Pig. That's the life I wanted, not the life of being solo. All right, maybe the life living in another country that is not even Japan, or that is not even the U.S. nor Colombia or something like that, that might be a whole different vibe. Put it that way, a whole different vibe. But other than all, but my main goal is the one that I talk about with my 10 things on my bucket list, right? So if you are very generous, that you could keep me in this cycle of my life, that if you could subscribe, I have 249 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I wanted to reach 1,000. I wanted to see this. I wanted to have a future wife that has helped people reduce paper waste on their bills. I want that. I really want that because I read about her. She wrote a book, all right? That's the life I wanted. That is the life I wanted, because when she wrote it and then what my friend did it took the lust feelings away and transform it into love, and transform it into, oh, I have to pray for this person. She's ill. Blood clot. Because back in those days, when there is no, when we didn't have the technology to detect diseases, I believe somebody died of a heart attack, died of a blood clot. All right, so that's the life I want. Simple as that. That's the life I want. I want 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I wanted to be a very successful YouTuber and reach more than 1,000, more than that, even surpass my future wife or who is going to be past 7,000, 10 million subscribers. That is awesome. You know, that's what I want. And that's the reason why I did this video, because that is what I want on my bucket list. That is all that I want on my bucket list. I'll see you in the next channel. Please subscribe to the Embargo Man channel. Happy Father's Day to all of you who are fathers, and some that you don't have your father alive, that your father's in heaven. I mean, passing away. The same people that you have a father alive and have a mother in heaven. Okay? May God bless you all. And to the person that you are seeing this video, I know you didn't comment when I comment on your videos, when I see your videos. Yes, the one that promotes new gadgets, that goes to trips, that went to the country I wanted to go. And I said thank you from the bottom of my heart, even though you never you have never comment on my comments. It's a little bit of heartbreaking because I feel love in there. Is kind of a romantic feeling that I have. I have this kind of romantic feeling. You know why? Because when you were ill, I prayed for you. And thrombosis or blood clots, that's a serious issue. So, goodbye. Take care. See you on the next video on Embargo Man. And I hope that you guys would see. I will bring up another video, more interesting things on Embargo Man, on the Embargo Man channel. And just hit the bell button for my next videos. Bye. Take care. Adios. Sayonara.